This week on The Splash, we enjoy a special dinner with the Rotary Club of West Bloomfield. Then we take a look at some Motor City history. And later, an update on construction and traffic in West Bloomfield. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. The Rotary Club of West Bloomfield is known for its service to our community, but recently, the club did something a little extra for some of our community members. Lawrence Nyland has the story.
A large crowd ventured out to Shepherd King Lutheran Church in West Bloomfield for the annual Rotary Club Spaghetti Dinner. The dinner was a fundraising event to benefit the Strive Scholarship Fund.
We choose 2 students each year who have possibly, you might say, underperformed on grades at the first half of their high school careers, but they've shown a willingness and an ability to improve. They have good citizenship records, good attendance records, and we make a deal with them. We tell them that if they improve their grades, then they get a scholarship opportunity from us. The scholarship is not huge. But it's substantial enough that it can pay for books, it can pay for the first year at a community college. We don't just hand students the scholarship check. They have to, qualify for the scholarship by their performance through the last 3 semesters of high school. Then they have to enroll in a trade school, a community college, or a 4-year university. We're not saying it's not for a 4-year university, but they can go to any other sort of educational opportunity as well. And then we will pay up to the value of the scholarship.
The object of the Rotary Club is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise. And they have established a very strong foothold in the township of West Bloomfield.
The Rotary Club meets weekly on Fridays at noon at Posita's Restaurant. And the membership has grown. One time there were as few as 12 members. Now there are 35. And it's very active in the community, raising money, helping children, and other good causes in the township. I'm a member of the Rotary Club, a proud member.
The story begins with an 11-year-old Herbert Hoover.
In addition to the delectable spaghetti and fixings, the night also featured a presidential trivia expert who amazed the crowd with interesting facts which turned into prizes for some, but not for all.
I know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing. In fact, I tried to get out my phone and cheat, but I'm kind of sitting front row and center, so he was looking at me. So I know nothing, yeah.
If you missed out on the good times and great food, there's always next year. Reporting for The Splash, this is Lawrence Nyland.
Thanks, Lawrence. For more information on the Rotary Club Spaghetti Dinner, visit civiccentertv.com/spaghetti dinner. We now move on to this week's Splash Traffic Update. We sent reporter Samana Sheik into town to speak with local officials and residents on the current status of the construction on Maple Road.
This week on your local construction and traffic update, I was able to delve deeper into the Maple Road construction happening in West Bloomfield. Let's take a look.
Maple Road has been in need of reconstruction for some time now, and not so much for the reconstruction as far as the paving lanes, but also to widen the road to facilitate traffic as part of the Northwestern Connector project.
The Road Commission of Oakland County and West Bloomfield Township were able to secure $7.3 million in federal funds for Maple Road.
This year we are doing from Apple Blossom, or just west of Halstead, all the way to Haggerty Road.
The Orchard Lake to Farmington Point on Maple Road was recently completed.
We changed to double lefts rather than a roundabout, which was originally contemplated. So the Township Board, through their leadership, thought that a roundabout really wasn't appropriate at that location because of our businesses located at each corner.
Midas, a business located in this specific area, is very excited that this portion of Maple Road is complete, especially because of the extra road features that were added, such as pedestrian sidewalks.
I can tell already, just getting across Maple Road, it's been a huge difference. The pedestrian sidewalks continue to be great. A lot of customers come in and they drop off their vehicles, and a lot of them live in the subdivisions nearby, so they're able to walk back home. So that's been a very big positive for businesses like me, where customers can conveniently drop off and still get home in a safe fashion. So the sidewalks have been great.
Art van Pure Sleep was also affected by the Maple Road construction.
In the past, it did take a drastic hit as far as business and foot traffic in the area, as well as driving traffic. Traffic at this intersection, specifically due to Orchard Lake and Maple both being under construction at the same time, was a big hindrance as far as productivity and business. It was an issue for delivery trucks and things like that as well, having to navigate the area, getting around traffic and around construction and things of that nature. And a lot of people are avoiding the area altogether. So it's been a big hit. Since the Maple Road construction has been completed, however, it has picked back up a little bit, so that's encouraging. I'm hoping that the ends justify the means, and that whatever they're trying to do here as far as making it a downtown feel, I hope that really boosts business.
This is Samana Sheikh reporting for The Splash.
Thanks, Samana. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all the latest traffic reports within West Bloomfield, you can visit wbtownship.org and click on the Road Construction Updates tab on their homepage. Still to come, we take a look at some local automotive history at Ginos Pizzeria. And later, we give you an update on all of the fun events coming up in Greater West Bloomfield.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. Car shows are known for bringing diverse groups of car owners and spectators together to admire the craftsmanship of decades gone by. Recently, I rediscovered the fun for myself. Michigan is no stranger to classic and modern car shows, but in West Bloomfield Township, there is a special tradition known as Ginos Prix Dream Cruise Car Show that has been growing for the past 20 years.
It started out, I just put it up on my billboard, Ginos Cruise Night. It was on a Monday. It's hard for me to do the weekends because of business in the banquet hall. So we decided to do it the Monday of the cruise, which the first night I had it, just putting it on the billboard, I had 60, 70 cars show up, and it's just grown from there. I can remember in years past, a few years ago, before the weather started to change on us, I think we had close to 170 cars show up, and I'm sure we have more than that right now.
It is no easy feat to restore a car, and classic and custom car owners alike have their favorite aspects of these special vehicles.
We just put an electric starter on it, distributor ignition, polished all the brass and coated it so I don't have to polish brass, and it's ready for touring.
I got it in '93, and I swore that I would always drive the car every summer since '93, and I have.
Well, this car will get up to a quarter mile in probably about 7.5 seconds, which is pretty fast.
It hasn't seen rain, I promise you. So yeah, you might say you're careful.
Ginos Prix Dream Cruise Car Show offers up fun, entertainment, and something extra that makes showing a car so enjoyable.
Well, we do like the best paint job, Gino's favorite, the show favorite. We used to have the best car to take to a drive-in movie, best one to cruise Woodward on, just different things like that, you know. But it's kind of like a fun thing, but we provide dash plaques for all the cars that show up.
There's more to a car show than just showing or looking at the custom and restorative work that people have done.
The camaraderie of all the car people are great. Everybody gets along to help each other out, whatever help you need. You know, they'll help you with. And it's just great to look at all the old cars.
It really makes you feel good when people come up and acknowledge the craftsmanship or take a look at it and appreciate what it is.
I've been a car collector my whole life. So I'm 75 years old. So I've been playing with them since I've been 15 years old.
I see a lot of return people that come every year. Happy to see them, of course, and I see a lot of new faces every year, too.
Honoring a Michigan tradition, West Bloomfield Township is one place classic and modern car owners are likely to return to year after year. Classic car shows are one of my favorite Michigan traditions, and it was a joy to visit Ginos for theirs. For more information on Ginos Prix Dream Cruise Car Show, visit civiccentertv.com/Ginos Car Show. Now it's time for another episode of Sidewalk Talk, where Samana Sheik spoke to Greater West Bloomfield parents about their experiences.
Hi everyone, this is Samana Sheik, host of Sidewalk Talk. Being a parent today is both challenging and rewarding. We asked local parents what the most gratifying part of being a parent is to them today.
My favorite thing about being a parent is sitting around playing board games. We've did that since the kids were probably, still toddlers. And it's always been the best time in the world.
And watching them mature into fine young adults. So, my son is a great young man. My daughter is about to graduate from MSU, and she's about to launch into a very successful life. And it's just fun to watch.
My favorite part about being a parent is watching them grow into mature adults. We're still working on that.
Just the way they imagine things, when they develop something on their own, their thoughts and feelings, and then they can put it on paper or express it through some type of creative art or something. I just love that.
My most favorite thing about being a parent is kissing my kids, watching them grow, and prepping meals. Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing of all my parenting was when I used to be principal at Roosevelt Elementary School, and all three of my boys were at the school with me, and that was just a blast.
Did they ever get in trouble and get sent to your office?
Of course not.
What is your favorite thing about being a parent?
I just love every day with my girls. I have 3 daughters, and they're just all about being my kids, and I'm all about being their dad. I mean, just every day is something new and awesome.
And my favorite thing about being a parent is they can mow the lawn and take the garbage out, and they can, just the fact that you get to see them grow up and become young adults and become their own people and pay my retirement someday. So,
the love for Mother's Day, one of my sons, he made cards and he posted them all around the house, and that to me was the best.
Watching our children succeed. Both of our daughters earned master's degrees, and they're in the health fields, and they're working very hard, and it's good girls, good people.
One of the favorite things about being a parent is the fact that your children are up and down, they're all over the place, and you love them in spite of all the things they do and they don't do.
Ken and I have a son, and it has been amazing seeing him learn, grow, and develop and contribute to the world in his own unique and very special way.
Thanks for the great answers. We hope to see you on another one of our episodes of Sidewalk Talk.
There is no doubt that being a parent is absolutely rewarding. If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website on civiccentertv.com/Sidewalk Talk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. Solicitors will be canvassing West Bloomfield over the next several months. Comcast will be canvassing now through November 10th, on Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Active Environmental will also be canvassing now through November 24th, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please be advised that these solicitors are approved to be canvassing in the area. For more information, please contact the West Bloomfield Clerk's Office at 248-451-4848.
From 6 to 7 p.m. on August 30th at Drake Sports Park, come get a feel for a great cardio workout from Drums Alive. This workout promotes brain activity and muscle conditioning while allowing you to get your heart pumping in a learning environment that supports athletes of all levels. Come dressed to sweat. Equipment will be provided, but if you have a 55 to 65 centimeter stability ball, you are urged to bring it with you. Also on August 30th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., join West Bloomfield Parks for a brief lesson on how to identify monarch butterflies. Learn about their life cycle with live caterpillar examples. Discover what they eat and how you can make a difference for them right in your own backyard. This event will be followed by a butterfly release and crafts. Registration is required and costs $7 for residents and $12 for non-residents. For more information, visit wbparks.org. The West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Commission is in the early planning and design phase of redeveloping the Family Aquatic Center. The goal of the project is to remove the existing building and pools and transform the site into an exciting and unique spray park, playground, and neighborhood park. The Parks and Recreation Commission invite you to take the online survey and tell them what you believe should be included in their renovation plans. To fill out the survey, visit wbparks.org and look under the Park Improvements tab. The annual Walk for Friendship is taking place on September 3rd at 10:30 a.m., starting at West Bloomfield Township Hall and ending at the Friendship Circles Farber Center. Participants are encouraged to park at Temple Israel. This event raises funds and awareness for the Friendship Circle, a nonprofit organization for individuals with special needs. Walk for Friendship begins with an inspirational opening ceremony, followed by a 1-mile family walk. Upon reaching the finish line, walkers will enjoy a post-walk celebration with entertainment, activities, food, and much more. Wear your tennis shoes and learn the basics of pickleball at Drake Sports Park on September 7th at 10 a.m. and at noon. West Bloomfield Parks is teaching a class on the terminology, skills, and strategies, followed by games with pickleball mentors. There is no charge to attend, but you must register at wbparks.org for one of the September 7th classes. Good nutrition is the foundation for a vibrant lifestyle. Learn healthful dietary habits that will lower your risk of chronic disease, such as cardiovascular, diabetes, and obesity at the Healthful Eating Basics class held at West Bloomfield Park's Recreation Activity Center on September 7th from 7 to 8 p.m. Learn how to increase your energy, improve your mood, and reach your goal weight. This class costs $5 for residents and $6 for non-residents. For more information, visit wbparks.org. Join the Friends of the West Bloomfield Library's Book Talk group as Sandra Sutherland reviews the novel The Summer Before War. This novel of love on the eve of World War I has universal appeal as it tackles class differences and small-town community complications. This book review is being held in the West Bloomfield Public Library on 2 days, September 6th at 7 p.m. and September 8th at 10 a.m. No registration is required. On September 9th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., join the West Bloomfield Public Library in the Youth Activity Center to celebrate National Grandparents' Day. This free event provides fun for grandparents, grandkids, and the entire family. Enjoy entertaining activities including roaming princesses and superheroes, face painting, photo booth, a family concert, and crafts. No registration is required for this event, and attendance is free. The hysterical Broadway's next hit musical will be showing at the Berman Theater on September 9th at 8 p.m. and September 10th at 4 p.m. This is the only unscripted theatrical award show where the audience votes for their favorite song and watches as the cast turns it into a full-blown improvised musical, complete with memorable characters, witty dialogue, and plot twists galore. This show will surely be fun for the whole family. Prices start at $26. Visit theberman.org for more information. Interested in seeing and learning about quilts? Stop by the Orchard Lake Museum on September 10th at 1 p.m. to discover more on this historically important skill. Additionally, permanent exhibits will be featured interpreting local area history and culture. Hands-on activities will be running throughout the event. There is no charge to participate and no registration is required. For more information, please visit gwbhs.org. An adult skill building class on the topic of addiction is being held in the Henry Ford Maple Grove Center on September 12th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. Come learn about how you can spot the signs of addiction in family members and what you can do to help them. This is a free program and no registration is required to attend this event. On September 15th, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., come out to Kego Harbor City Hall for Kego Harbor Skate and Activity Night. Kego Harbor will be closing an entire city block for this old-fashioned community get-together, which will include live entertainment, games, food, and refreshments. Raffles will be held to help fund next year's event, which supports families in the local community. For more information, visit www.skateandactivitynight.com. And that's all for now. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned, because afterwards I'll be talking with Zachary Yaksich, President and Executive Director of Alana's Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to educating the public about the importance of the flu vaccination.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
In the air, in the park, in your town, Civic Center TV keeps you up to date on everything going on in West Bloomfield. Go for a hike, meet the neighbors, take a splash, and explore all that our area has to offer. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin, and my guest on the show this week is Zachary Yaksich, President and Executive Director of Alana's Foundation. Zachary, thanks for stopping by the studio today. We appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you've become an expert over the last several years on the flu vaccine. Can you tell us a little bit about why the flu vaccine is such an important topic?
Well, the flu is actually a more serious illness than most people think. Most people use the term flu when they don't feel well as a generic term that they don't feel well, but the flu can actually kill you. It kills over 36,000 people a year and hospitalizes over 250,000. So, and it's a vaccine preventable disease. So it's as simple as getting a vaccine to prevent such a tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you think that so many people, myself included, prior to meeting you, didn't quite understand the importance of something like this?
Well, like I said, I think that we all are guilty of using it as a saying that you have the flu as a generic term. The other thing is that the flu vaccine you have to get annually. It's something you have to get reoccurring. And I think that from the timing of it, when you get yourself a flu shot, like back to school shots for your children, they're missed. When you get those, the vaccine isn't available, and it kind of just slips through the cracks. Even though the doctor may recommend it, you have good intentions. A lot of times, they slip through the cracks, and a lot of people have the mindset, well, I didn't get sick last year, so there's really no need for me to get it this year. And it's one of those things that constantly needs to be reminded.
Yeah, and like you said, if you don't get it, you might have some devastating consequences. Now, you recently, several years ago, had a tragic experience surrounding this topic, and you went on to start Alana's Foundation to educate people about the importance of the flu vaccine. Do you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about what Alana's Foundation is and what you stand for?
Sure. Alana's Foundation is named after my daughter, who in 2003, she died from the flu.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I was guilty of the same. I didn't know how devastating the flu could be, so I wanted to prevent such a tragedy from happening to another family. And I wanted to do it through education because I didn't know about it. So Alana's Foundation was formed, and the mission is to educate people about the importance of getting annual flu shot, and hopefully in doing so, to raise the vaccination rates and prevent tragedy. We also work very closely with the uninsured and underinsured populations, because while forming this foundation, we found that a lot of people didn't get the flu shot because they couldn't afford it. So we wanted to help those populations.
Wow, that's incredibly sad. And
Yeah.
for those of you watching one more time, I'm sitting with Zachary Yaksich, President and Executive Director of Alana's Foundation. And we're talking about this important topic of the flu vaccine. Now, when this tragedy happened and occurred, did you have any sort of support from the community here in West Bloomfield? I know that you're a resident. That sort of helped you a little bit to get through it or make things a little bit better?
Yeah, Alana went to school at a local school here, and shortly after her tragic loss, the community really rallied around our family. They actually put together a fund and commissioned an artist to make a stained glass rainbow. Alana, at the time, they were studying Martin Luther King, and they asked all the children to name what their dream would be, and her dream was that there'd be rainbows all over the world. So they made a beautiful rainbow, stained glass, with her saying underneath it, and it's at the local school, in the front of the school when you
That's
enter.
very
So,
powerful.
Yeah.
Wow, absolutely.
Which really helped us and made us,
Yeah.
helped us get through the grieving process.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Now, are there any sort of local events that Alana's Foundation does here in West Bloomfield Township? If so, can you tell us about one of those?
Yeah, we work with the local fire department. Every year they have an annual open house, and we offer a flu clinic there. And it's a little bit special to us because the firefighters there are actually the first responders when Alana got sick and actually took Alana to the hospital. So we appreciate that, and it's
Yeah, most definitely. Now, for those who are watching and they're feeling touched by this story, as I am all over again, what can they do to be involved and to help Alana's Foundation to spread the message even further?
Sure. Alana's Foundation is 100% volunteer, so we rely solely on donations in order to put on these flu clinics. So you can donate to Alana's Foundation, and you can do that through our website at www.alanasfoundation.org. If you'd like to volunteer or plan a clinic for your local school, church, community, you can reach us through the website as well, and we could set up a clinic and help increase those vaccination rates.
No, absolutely, and we want to help you any way that we can. Such an important topic. Well, thanks so much for coming by the studio. We really appreciate your time and talking to us about this information. And once again, everyone, this is Zachary Yaksa from Alana's Foundation. Now let's head over to another of our recurring segments called A Minute with Nature, where West Bloomfield Park's naturalist Lauren Azuri will be discussing the topic of Phragmites.
Welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm Lauren Azura, your host, and also the park naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. We're here today inside our nature room, and I want to talk to you about Phragmites. It is an invasive species, a very tall plant, can grow up to about 15 feet tall, has a giant plume on the top, and most commonly found in road right-of-ways and wetland areas. An invasive species is kind of what it sounds like. It invades an area. It's not something that belongs there, and it's not native to the area. A lot of invasive species were brought over from foreign countries, and in those countries where they originally grew, they are valuable to the wildlife that they have here. But here in Michigan, there's no wildlife value to Phragmites. It also isn't great for all the animals that live there. For instance, cattail, which is a native plant, does grow in dense clusters, but it has wildlife value. Muskrats eat the roots and use them to nest in. Other animals and plants use them to hide in and as a food source as well. Whereas Phragmites does not have any wildlife value. No animal that we know of eats it here in Michigan or uses it for shelter or for building their homes in Michigan. West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation is partnering with the Road Commission to use chemical controls to get rid of the Phragmites. You'll see them spraying on the side of the roads and the road right-of-ways, as well as within our park system. The spray is hopefully going to be brought down to the root system of the plant, and the root system of this plant of Phragmites is very intense, and that's where we want to hit it so that it doesn't continue to grow. And that's your Minute with Nature.
That's really interesting. Thanks, Lauren. For more information on our local environment or to view other episodes of A Minute with Nature, visit civiccentertv.com/MWN. Now it's time for our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Kim Kaplan, staff trainer at the Farber Soul Center's Soul Cafe. Kim Kaplan spends her days overseeing the training of individuals with special needs, showing them how to perform important jobs in the Soul Cafe. A retired special education teacher with 34 years of experience, her compassionate presence at the Farber Soul Center brings warmth and kindness to all who know her. Kim stays on top of all of a trainee's schedules, unique skill sets, and dream jobs, finding a way to fuse all of these factors together to create a great dining experience for customers while helping people to receive the training they need to go out into the workforce and succeed. Kim's passion for helping individuals with special needs here in our community is doing more than making the Soul Cafe a unique dining experience. She is impacting countless lives through her guidance and support, as helping her trainees pursue jobs they are both good at and enjoy doing. Kim's continued dedication to individuals with special needs in our community is what makes her our Person of the Week. And if you happen to know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. And that's going to do it for us this week. But remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash this summer every other Monday at 6:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.